is a good place to pick up girls because you can really see it. Most beaches are with chicks, and they're
your shipping address types itself. There's no place like Chrome.
If you need insurance from a change in life, like you left your job, got a husband or wife. If you turn 26, lose your folks plan too. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Check out the website for what you can do. Just remember, limited time to enroll. Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Sobald wir jetzt bis, Digga, in 7 Tagen sind wir wieder so drin, dann gewinnen wir da Opens auf jeden Fall.
Hoffentlich.
Ja, wie glaube ich, ja.
Aber den muss ich dann halt auch hitten.
Hast du Minis?
Ja, du.
Ja.
Ich sehe das nicht. Nice. Ich muss Boxfighten, glaube ich.
Boxfights sind OP.
Ich glaube, ich muss die legit machen, weil mit den neuen Beinen habe ich nicht so oft Boxfights gemacht. Das sieht einfach an wie der Sniper, Digga.
Ich schwöre.
Make the ground shake.
Schießt halt so schnell, Digga.
Stimmt, man darf gar nicht wegwechseln von der.
Ich schwöre, ich kann das nicht weiß.
Ja.
What's up guys, today I'm back with another tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you guys how you can get the command block in Minecraft Pocket Edition. So as you guys may or may not know, as of Minecraft Pocket Edition 1.0.5, they added command blocks. And I just changed my
nicht und auf einmal bist du oben, Digga. Klettern ist so eine Scheißanimation. Fortnite, du Scheißgame, Digga. Mach das raus, du Opfer, scheiß Wichse. Ist ja nicht schon genug verpackt, Digga. Mach noch am besten, keine Ahnung, Fliegen rein.
Manchmal ist das Fliegen, Klettern.
Ja. Den meine ich ja. Mach doch eh keine Unterschiede.
Ja, dann von uns. Ich
Deine
hab
Chrome,
Accounts,
Digga.
ja.
Nice, das ist mein Period, Bro. Aber
Das
nur
sind
links.
96. Weil es halt nicht Fullshot war.
Oh mein Gott. Na, muss ich echt immer Fullshot haben. Wer macht denn Pre-Hits im 1v1s, Digga? Du bist so ein Opfer, Digga. Ja, Digga, kein Wunder, dass du immer von hinten stirbst in-game, wenn du... Du musst halt auch in-game, musst hinter dir mal blocken, bitte, ne?
Ja, nein, das mache ich eigentlich immer. Ja, wirklich jetzt.
Before my patient died, she was smiling.
Help fuel whatever your day throws your way. With 24 grams of premium protein that's ready when you are. From the makers of the world's #1 selling whey protein powder. Gold Standard Protein Shake from Optimum Nutrition.
Also, ich war einfach konzentriert. Bei Stream. Wenn ich nicht am Stream hätte ich es gemacht, 1000%. Ich 90.
Nein, ich hätte aber weiterschießen müssen, du wärst tot. Digga, Hammer ist so broke, ne?
Ja, ich weiß. Jetzt kommt der OP.
Baut nicht? Ja, nice, Digga. So, lucky. Guck noch mal, ob Noble ist.
Ja, warte. Ich schaut dich kurz. Ich klipp dich kurz. Wir müssen auf jeden Fall jetzt Daily Noble und so One-Ones und so
Ja,
spielen.
wenn wir One-on-Ones machen, dann passt das schon, dann werde ich schon sehr gut.
Digga, ich dachte, ich war pre-fertig. Bist du immer noch Apex Pro Mini?
Ja,
Ja, auch.
gut.
Dann geht's echt gut. Seitdem ich das Update gemacht habe.
Ich hab gesagt. Ich meine, das Update hat nichts gebracht, wenn du das schon hattest davor, ne, aber... Oh, das ist so dumm, wieso reset ich nicht? Dann würdest du gegen die Ding schießen und du wärst tot.
Ja.
80er. 60er. Ah, ich weiß nicht, ob ich der Fan bin von der.
Ja, Digga, normalerweise ich da ab, du.
Ja, weil du halt auch Mobile bist, das ist schön. Aber ich hab echt Bock, Klicks zu probieren eigentlich.
Heimer schon so scheiße, in den letzten 2 Seasons drauf gespielt. Komplett laggy in Grants, Digga, viel zu scheiße.
Ja, ich meine, wenn du kack PC hast, aber
Seti hat auch einen God-PC, der spielt High-Mesh.
ja, guck,
Wie
der
sie
ist
auch.
Damage, ne?
Ne, er spielt Low-Mesh, meine ich. Ah,
Ich
jeder
kenn
ist
auch
auf
noch,
Low-Mesh. Ja, jeder ist auf
Das ist auch keinen Sinn macht, nicht zu spielen, weißt du?
Das ist schon OP.
Ich muss besser bei den Pressuren, Digga. 43er. Du Hurensohn, Zero-Dinger, Digga!
Wer lebt in Frankfurt?
Ja, man darf auch nicht vergessen, die Center. Ich hab das geändert.
Du bist so dumm. Du nutzt das Beste.
Das ist die Impulsik, das fühlt sich gut an, das Ganze. Vertrag. Wenn sie nicht, dann switch ich halt einfach. Ich hätte Quicksand mit der Sense. Ja, aber das ist halt dumm. Das ist halt dumm. Also man muss, Digga, voll ist so schmutzig geworden. Damals konnte ich einfach zu jeder Wand gehen und nie was passiert. Jetzt, wenn ich jedes Mal zu der Wand gehe, erstmal ein Triple Edit in meine Fresse, Digga. Von irgendeinem 12-jährigen Controller-Spieler.
Hättest du da mit deiner Shotgun geschossen, mein Gott? Wie lange spielst du schon Edit oder Release auch schon immer?
Sicher, dass du dich auch gescannt hast?
Sicher eigentlich. Obwohl bei der Sache mit Julian eben. Vielleicht bin ich auch auf 14 gerade.
150er,
Ja,
Digga.
oder
Aber
90.
ich muss. Ja, wäre meine auch gewesen, hätte ich halt full nachgeladen. Was ist das für eine Scheiße, Digga? Was soll das denn wirklich? Das die Camper, sie unterstützen die Camper, du hast die nicht mit ihrer Shotgun schießen, Digga. Ich werd eh keinen Damage treffen mit meiner anderen.
Ich weiß nicht, warum die Striker rausgemacht hat. Das war die Perfect Balance Pump.
Ja, wirklich, also die haben.
Die war so geil.
Hast du wieder deine Kohle nicht, oder?
Nee.
Zum Glück bin ich in-game viel besser als in Created. Ah, ich hab einen Created Floor, Digga. Ey, Digga. Das ist die Sense. Das ist der Skill, das ist der Skill. Das sind aber die scheiß Waffen, Digga.
Nachdem ich dich getötet habe, oder du mich?
Was war ihr, ich nicht. Oder jetzt umgekehrt, du mich. Ja, nice. Nice, meine Waffe macht keinen Damage. Digga, du musst deine Bot sofort löschen, ne?
Ja.
Wenn ich das auf YouTube sehe, Digga.
Stimmt! Das ist 1v1!
On s'est d'accord, tu me rappelles. Si je suis pas là, je vais chez Christelle.
It doesn't have to be a dream. With L certified by Lexus. Exclusively at your Lexus dealer.
The ability to add full custom dimensions through data packs has finally been added to Minecraft in the 1.16 update. This has dramatically increased the power of data packs, as we are now able to create things such as portals to fantastical dimensions like the Twilight Forest or the Aether, or even rockets that go to the moon or Mars. Previously, data pack creators had to use the roof of the Nether like in the Asphodel Meadows. Today, I will show you a system for implementing custom portals to custom dimensions that activate when a block is placed inside of a portal frame, similar to the Aether mod or the Nether. Today I'm going to be showing you how you could implement your own custom portals into Minecraft by using only data packs in Minecraft 1.16. I'm currently using Minecraft 1.16 pre-release 2, but it should work for any version. So as you can see here, I basically recreated the Aether portal. So I have a glowstone portal the size of a normal nether portal, and now if I place a water bucket inside, it will summon the water-looking Aether portal, and if I step inside of it, it transports me to another dimension. And if I hit the F3 menu here, you can see that in the top left corner, it says that the dimension is Test Dimensions Aether Test. And as you can see, it's obviously a custom dimension because it has a bunch of pink wool to replace all of the stone, and it's a bunch of floating islands and not the normal world. So I'll show you how you can create this kind of custom dimension in the end of the video, but today I'll mostly be focusing on how this pack works to create your own custom portals. So normally for a tutorial I would go through everything and create it with you guys just to show how everything works and the whole process, but since this has so many commands in it compared to my normal tutorial, I'm just going to be going through what I already size of a normal nether portal, recreated dramatic through data.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a dream. With L certified by Lexus.
It just seems insane.
What's your thoughts on the Mayweather-Dougie fight?
Dude, you better Mayweather-Dougie fight? That cannot be happening. That cannot be happening.
Okay, thank you guys.
Deji is just a man of a mystery. I mean, yeah, we'll see if it's true, but if it is, then fuck me, I am going. I am going, brother. I need to see him beat the fuck out of Mayweather, man. Well, at least survive anyway.
But we'll definitely keep you guys updated on when Deji officially announces this fight. And speaking of big YouTuber fights, it looks like KSI is now looking for his next big opponent for his fight happening in January. And he actually asked viewers in a poll who he should fight, and many viewers voted for Tyron Woodley. That's right, Tyron won this poll, and Tyron himself has even accepted this fight, and now he's been beefing with KSI over Twitter, but it looks like Tyron is probably going to be the most likely opponent for KSI, and that really might be KSI's next big fight.
So at the end of the day, KSI, I like that he's energetic, he's all into it, you know, he's all over the place, but he gonna get fucked up playing around with me. So my new slogan is, don't get fucked up by having me fucked up. And he's had me fucked up for a long time, talking shit about my name. KSI, I know you watching this because you watch everything I do. January, we can get it cracking. We can get it cracking in White Castles. We can get it cracking in UK. We can get it cracking in Vegas. You can pull up to the golf course when I get done doing these 18 holes. You can be the 19th hole to get beat up too. So.
And our next story for today comes from the big Twitch streamer known as It's Slicker. Now this guy is big on Twitch, he has nearly 500,000 followers, and he was recently exposed in one of the biggest scandals on Twitch. This is insane. So yesterday, a small streamer posted a clip on Reddit showing that Slicker was asking for money. He needed a loan because he was going through a problem.
Yo, Typhoon, what's up, baby? I hope you don't hate me on this. It's so cringe, and I'm cringe for asking my brother, please do not hate me. Please keep it personal as well. Basically, my bank account got locked. This has happened for like 3-4 days. I've been asking around people. Sadly, tomorrow is the last day until my credit starts getting fucked up. It got locked out, and I was looking for people that actually work and that I could ask if I could borrow from, and I'll pay back. Genuinely, give me 2 months and I can pay back. If you can't, no worries, my brother. If you can. Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get in the call to do this. I feel genuinely embarrassed. I've asked a few streamers, they couldn't help, and yeah, I don't mind it, it's okay.
Well, this one clip started a massive chain reaction where many viewers and creators came out, and they said here that Slicker had also asked them for money. And it looks like Slicker was just straight up scamming many of these people, because after they gave him this loan, he never paid them back. And the sheer scope of how many creators and viewers that he scammed is insane. It looks like Slicker could have scammed upwards of $300,000 from both viewers and creators. I mean, we are talking so many screenshots, we can't even share all of them in this video. There was so many viewers, so many creators that came out saying that Slicker had scammed them, or that he asked them for a loan and he never paid them back. There's people showing that Slicker was lying about different problems that he was having just to get money from people. There was one conversation that showed that after a viewer gave Slicker thousands of dollars, it didn't look like he was being very grateful about it. He just wanted more money. Another conversation shows that Slicker asked for money even though he knew the person was only 16. Keep in mind that in many of these conversations, he is saying that one of his family members service is sick and that this is an urgent thing that he needs. And one viewer even shows that he loaned Slicker $7,000 and didn't get anything back. Now, not only has Slicker been accused of scamming many of his followers, but he's also been accused of scamming many creators as well. There are a ton of creators coming out right now saying that they were also scammed by Slicker, and a lot of these creators you might know about. Actually, the huge YouTuber known as Luke AFK went on his stream yesterday, and he admitted that Slicker scammed him out of nearly $27,000.
I'm actually like incredibly uncomfortable. And this is like super embarrassing, but I don't really know what else to do about it at this point, bro. I don't know what to do. I lost 27,000 from giving a lend to Slicker. I thought I could trust him, and I guess I just couldn't, bro. And I'm honestly like I'm really fucking sad about it.
You even have creators who feel completely betrayed by Slicker because they thought he was their friend.
Even I'm really sad and I'm really depression. He just didn't give a fuck about me. I thought he was my friend.
So as you can see, for Slicker's friends, this situation is very emotional. They feel like they've been betrayed by him. And Slicker himself even admitted that one of the top streamers, Trainwrecks, had just given him $100,000 after he asked for help. Now, there are people on Reddit right now trying to compile all the different creators and viewers that have been scammed or that Slicker has asked for money from. And it even looks like Slicker was asking YouTubers as well. It wasn't just streamers. I mean, this guy's just being accused of scamming anyone. So after Slicker got exposed for this, you had the entire community dogpiling on him because they're just upset with him for scamming so many people. And he went live on his Twitch channel last night to respond to all this, and on this stream he was very upset, and he claims here that the reason why he was doing this is because he has a really serious gambling addiction.
So if you haven't heard, I borrowed money off people ever since CSGO, not to blame, but ever since CSGO Lounge came out. It was the first time I went on that site, and I was,
$300 for that and $2,000 for this, way too expensive. But today I'm gonna
gamble skins and stuff, and wow. Eventually, I found out you could gamble with money. I started to gamble with money, and I used to gamble a lot of my money. Basically all my Twitch money.
Your base, something like that.
Even them times I wouldn't even have them. I would come across streamers and ask them if I could borrow money. I wouldn't give them the reason, obviously, because it was gambling. I would lie to them.
Yeah, and
my initial thoughts was I will be paying them back. I do want to say I never intended in scamming anyone. And I will still pay off the people I owe. I don't give a fuck whether I reach 90. I know I shouldn't even be saying this. People are gonna be like, you think I'm gonna wait that long for my money? It was believe in karma. That's all I'm gonna say. Believe in karma. What I did was horrible. Lying to multiple people out there. I'm not asking for forgiveness, but every single day I felt guilty. Every single day. Taking off these innocents, viewers from streamers, viewers that don't even fucking work, man. Viewers that don't even work. Viewers that would need it because they're going to school, and I'm being stupid. It would stack on stack and stack. People outside I'd borrow from in real life.
So this has now led to creators calling for Twitch to finally ban gambling on the platform. I mean, people have been calling for Twitch to ban gambling for a long time now, but this situation really goes to show just how insane some of these Twitch streamers have gotten when it comes to gambling. And if you aren't the top of the top Twitch streamers who don't have a deal with one of these gambling sites, then you will end up losing all of your money to gambling. And keep in mind that many of these streamers only make big viewership off of gambling, so they feel like they have to gamble, which makes this a very self-destructive cycle, and it's why many people just want Twitch to finally ban it.
Twitch,
ban fucking gambling for the love of God. I don't know where Slicker started gambling from, but for the love of fucking God, would you just ban it already? Like, why the fuck is this on this platform?
Now, even though Slicker might have a gambling addiction, it's no excuse for scamming hundreds of thousands of dollars from viewers and creators. And this situation became even more depressing tonight when someone who is severely ill confronted Slicker on Mizkif's stream, where she says that she got scammed by him while she was just trying to survive. Just watch this.
I have multi-connective tissue disorder, which is lupus, MS, Crohn's disease, EDS, lots of autoimmune. So that's what the chemo is used for.
Did Slicker pay you back?
No.
How much does he owe you?
7K, I think. It's not the money that I wanted to ask about. So, you were my friend, bro. And before I was going for my transplant, knowing you're not going to pay me, you're asking for my money that I put together to save my life. And you had no intention, even though I've already given you money. You never paid back that, and then you asked for another 10K. Before I'm meant to be going to America to pay for this stuff, man. I just want to know. I know addiction is difficult, but...
So this whole situation is horrible, but we do have some good news. It looks like two of the top creators, XQC and Ludwig, are now going to pay back everyone that Slicker has scammed. That's right, they're going out of their way to help these people out. We might see more creators join in soon, and the whole community could come together to help out everyone who was scammed. Now our next story for today is something completely different. This comes from the massive Minecraft YouTuber Dream. So recently Dream has been receiving a ton of backlash, and this is because he has been trying to sell a wristband that acts as a USB, and it comes with a flash drive that has his baby photos in it and also childhood emails. So this is what they call quote-unquote special Dream content, which has made people uneasy about this because they don't understand why he's showing childhood stuff and baby photos. It just seems like a weird thing to sell to his fans. Now the creator Josh tweeted this out, and his tweet completely blew up, and he was getting some backlash from Dream fans, and he responded to all these Dream fans who were saying this is not weird, and he says yes, it still is. Terminally online people show just how disconnected they are from real life, thinking that this is a normal or okay thing to buy and sell. So while Dream fans are very excited about this and they're buying his wristband, there are a lot of people who are upset over this because they feel like Dream is sharing way too much with random strangers online, and they think it's weird that he's selling photos of himself as a minor. Now speaking of Dream, it looks like he is going to have a face reveal very soon. That's right, he's been hinting this on his private Twitter account, so by next week, we're probably going to see Dream's real face. And obviously, Dream's fans are going crazy over this right now. They are super excited, they want to see Dream's face, and they are also excited because they think that this means that Dream is going to have a meetup soon. And our next story for today comes from the YouTuber Anthony Fantano. So for those who don't know, Fantano is a huge YouTuber who reviews music. He reviews some of the top albums and singles that are out now, and he'll give them a rating in his videos. Well, a couple months ago when Drake's new album came out, Fantano reviewed it, and he was very critical of this album. He obviously didn't like it, and many people at the time agreed with Fantano, and they just felt like this was not one of Drake's best. So he made this review a couple months ago, and fast forward to this week, and apparently Drake saw the review or saw something from Fantano, and he actually DM'd him over Instagram. That's right. Now Fantano made a whole video on this, talking about Drake sliding into his DMs, and he shows DMs from Drake here, but most of Fantano's fans thought that he was just trolling in this video because the DMs from Drake did not seem real at all. It was literally Drake DMing him a vegan recipe, and it just looked like Fantano was making a big joke out of him apparently getting DMs from Drake.
But I'm not messaging you about your videos. I'm actually messaging you because I found a really great vegan cookie recipe I'd love you to try. Drake is sending me a vegan cookie recipe. Wait, hold on. I have to find it in my bookmarks. Okay, here it is. 1/2 cup of coconut oil, solid but scoopable. I can do that. 1 1/4 cups of light brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/4 a cup of coconut milk. It's suggested you use the thicker Thai variety. That's a good idea. I didn't necessarily think of that.
Well, it looks like Drake got very upset with this video, and he actually decided to expose Anthony here on his Instagram. And on his Instagram story, he showed that he really DM'd Fantano, but he DM'd him with some pretty mean stuff. Apparently, he DM'd him saying that his whole existence is a 1. I mean, you could actually see from these DMs that Drake was upset with Fantano. He probably had watched Fantano's review on him, and he just decided to DM him talking trash. But keep in mind that Drake essentially just leaked his own DMs, making him look horrible to his 100 million followers on Instagram. And now we've seen so many creators defending Fantano, saying that what Drake did was really childish. The creator known as Sean C tweeted this out. He says, so Fantano trolled Drake into showing real DMs that were more embarrassing than the fake? He should have stuck with the recipe. So this beef has been everywhere this week, and a lot of Drake's fans have actually been going after Fantano right now because they're trying to defend their favorite artist. But Fantano's making jokes about this over social media, and he also addressed this live on his Instagram. Just watch this.
Come on, dude. You leaked your own DMs onto the internet. That's sad. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. I don't even have 1 million followers. How do you let me get under your skin like that? I'm not even talking about you personally, like I am right now, but like when I'm talking about your music or doing a little meme, it's just a joke. People fucking make fun of me, and I'm not even half as famous as you. Like, I'm not up at night DMing the people making fun of me on the internet. Like, what the fuck?
Now our next story for today has to do with more YouTube boxing. I know we've been talking about YouTube boxing a lot lately, but trust me, this fight gets crazy. So just last weekend, there was another big YouTube boxing event, and the main fight of this event was between 2 major YouTubers, one of them being Austin McBroom, who runs a family vlogging channel on YouTube, and he was fighting Gib, who is a well-known YouTuber from the UK. Now both Austin and Gib are well-known in the YouTube boxing scene. They took part in the YouTubers versus TikTokers event that happened last year. Now this event was run by Austin himself. He was the guy who ran this whole thing. He owned Social Gloves, which was the event organizer. And Austin also was the main fight of this whole event. And he ended up beating the TikToker Bryce Hall in the ring here. And this win was pretty amazing for YouTubers. But the most controversial fight of this whole event was between Gib and the TikToker known as Taylor Holder. Now, this fight was very controversial because many people thought that Gib won. I mean, it was pretty obvious Gib won. Like, the stats even showed that Gib landed way more punches. He was destroying Taylor in the ring. But for some reason, one of the judges was very biased, and he gave Taylor a ton of points. So this fight ended in a draw, and many people felt like Gib got robbed from his win here.
The combined scores put the bout in favor of a majority draw.
What? 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 Oh, the internet is gonna break in two.
And then people noticed that the event organizer, Social Gloves, tweeted out saying that Taylor beat Gib before the fight even ended. So after this, pretty much every YouTuber that you know was commenting saying how this fight is completely rigged and how Gib should have won. And eventually, after this whole fight and whole event ended, Gib was officially declared the winner of the fight, okay? And this is where the beef between Gib and Austin started, because Austin was the guy who ran this event, and Gib felt like they robbed him of his win.
My last fight was about redemption in Miami, which I claimed after whooping Taylor Holder round after round. But my moment was stolen from Social Gloves. So my next fight is all about revenge. It's all about beating the shit out of the event organizers, aka Social Gloves, aka Austin McBroom.
So Gib wanted to fight Austin, and after Austin had won against Bryce Hall, he was getting very cocky, and he was down to fight pretty much anyone.
So if you guys know somebody that wants to smoke, I've been hearing Gib wants to smoke.
Well, Gib kept pushing for this, and eventually it looks like Austin accepted, and the fight was officially announced.
Big Gibber, I know what happened in your last fight. You got cheated. I thought you won. You thought you won. But now you can redeem yourself. I know you fighting against Austin. Good luck. Go out there and do what you got to do. It's going to be a good fight. I'm going to be watching. But good luck once again. You're hearing it from the one and only. Floyd make that money, Mayweather.
So leading up to this fight, Austin was trashing Gib a lot, okay? He clearly thought this was going to be an easy fight like his last fight.
And everybody that's going to witness me, you know, do what I did last fight, which is beat up this dude behind me.
But tell us about how this fight with Onisan Gib came about, because I feel like you two have beef dating back to last year.
To be honest, he was just someone that's in my way. I feel like I'm giving him the opportunity. I really wanted KSI to come back and fight against Alex Wasabi, which, you know, hey, good for him. But, you know, he's just someone that's in my way.
Do y'all really think Gib is ready for me? Really think about it. Y'all really think Gib is ready? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And even right before the fight, during their face-off, Austin was acting really confident here, and he was even receiving some backlash from viewers who felt like he was acting way too cocky.
You little. Team, why you back up? Hey, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me, baby. Because you're going to feel it September 10th. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. Wearing them big-ass shoes. Them big-ass shoes, you live. Yeah, right here. Game time. You see in your eyes? You see in your eyes? Yeah. You know I'm Yeah. You ain't never seen anybody like me. You ain't never seen nobody like me. Ain't never seen nobody like me. Never. You gonna see it though. 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 Yup. You gonna see it though.
So the initial hype for this fight was pretty big, okay? And a lot of people are talking about this. We even covered it. It felt like it was going to be a big event. But the event took place last weekend, and many people quickly noticed that this is one of the least popular YouTube boxing events that we've ever seen, because half the venue was empty. Dexerto reported saying that sources inside the venue say that only 200 tickets to the event sold and 1,000 were given away. Even the YouTuber known for sneaking into YouTube boxing events, Nico Amalana, didn't even really have to sneak in. I mean, this guy tweeted out showing that there was no one there.
All right, we are here in the VIP lounge, and if I had to guess, and if I had to count the amount of people in here, there is more people in here than there is outside in the venue right now. We're gonna give you guys a little bit of an update on how the seats are filling up outside right now. There's about, if I had to guess, maybe 100 to 300 people here.
So even though very few people actually went to this event, the main fight of this event between Gib and Austin was really crazy. Okay, this was probably one of the most entertaining YouTube boxing fights we've seen. You had tons of YouTubers praising this, and this is because the fight was just all over the place. It was a roller coaster. I mean, in the beginning of this fight, during the first round, it looked like Austin had the upper hand, and Austin even knocked down Gib. And after he knocked him down, he proceeded to taunt him in front of everyone. You could also see Austin visibly laughing at Gib during the first round. But once round 2 rolled around, the fight got a lot more brutal and Gib started fighting back. And by the third round, Gib was on his A game, okay? And Austin started taking big hits from Gib. And eventually, Austin got knocked down by Gib. But not once, not twice, multiple times Gib was knocking down Austin.
Time on, boy. Time on.
And this is why so many fans and YouTubers felt like this fight was just incredible, because you saw Austin taunting Gib in the beginning. Obviously, Austin thought this was going to be an easy fight, but Gib finally got on his game, and he actually fought his heart out and destroyed Austin here in the later rounds. And the fourth round was even more brutal. Gib just kept knocking Austin down, and eventually the ref had to stop the fight.
If your computer runs like this, or seems like it's running inside the here,
then just slap on GX Control, which lets you limit the amount of RAM and CPU that your browser uses. Opera GX is the greatest browser that everyone should be using. They know what you like and they give it to you. They have a release calendar for all the next upcoming games. They also have random aggregated ones, which honestly, I found a ton of great games through that. They got a ton of apps integrated. If you're using WhatsApp, Facebook, Discord, hit up your bros. They have a ton of cool themes as well, which I love. They also have live backgrounds for different games, like there's a Minecraft one that really lets you customize it the way you want it and have it your way, basically. I've been using this before they reached out to me for a long time. I love this browser and I have absolutely no intention of switching. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. Love you. Love your Opera. Thank you. Go download it. Get the PewDiePie skip. Come on.
Wow, this whole fight was just incredible. Definitely one of the most entertaining YouTube boxing matches we've ever seen, and both viewers and creators were congratulating Gib here. They were very impressed with Gib's performance during this fight, but keep in mind that Austin also put his all into this fight, okay? He just did not give up. He kept getting up, even after being knocked down 4 different times. He got up again, and the last time he was knocked down and the ref had to end the fight. And many viewers felt like the ref was being way too generous to Austin here, and they felt like Austin could have gotten seriously injured because he kept getting knocked down and the ref was not stopping the fight. And after this fight ended and Austin left the ring, you could tell that he was really badly injured. I mean, he was having trouble walking. He was obviously pretty upset. People could just see that there was something wrong with him.
Austin, you good? You okay?
He great, he great.
Let your fans know, Austin, you good?
And it looked like Austin had to actually go to the hospital on a stretcher because he was so badly injured during this fight. So it's been a few days now since the fight, and it looks like Austin was just fine, but he posted a new video just yesterday where he talks about his thoughts on this whole fight, and Austin now is acting a lot more humble since this fight ended. You could tell that he has been humble from this fight, and he also says here that he is going to quit boxing. He's going to quit, and he's going to go back to making family vlogging videos on his YouTube channel.
It had me realize that what I truly love and what I truly love doing is creating content for you guys. And this boxing took me away from that. As you guys know, me and Catherine, we haven't been the same Ace family for a little while now. Our content has been dry, we haven't been consistent, and that showed.
So it looks like Austin did not just lose his fight against Gib, but he also lost a fight against Keemstar. That's right. So for those of you who don't know, last year when Austin had hosted that big YouTubers versus TikTokers event we talked about, his promotion company, Social Gloves, had been called out for not properly paying the fighters and other people involved in the event. This was a big deal last year. There was a lot of fighters and creators calling out Austin for not properly paying them, and he was getting a lot of backlash, and there was even people looking to sue Austin and his company, Social Gloves. Well, Keemstar was also involved in this, and he was going to have a big lawsuit against Social Gloves, but Keemstar settled with Austin McBroom outside of court, and he got something very valuable from Austin. Just watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have settled outside of court. That's right, I've settled outside of court. You know my involvement in the Social Gloves One event, not just commentating, but all the work behind the scenes. You know, there was some money owed, and we negotiated an out-of-court settlement. I've settled for this. Thanks, Austin.
So Keemstar was able to get Austin McBroom's own diamond play button, and this video already has over 1 million views on Twitter, and there are tons of creators responding saying that this is insane that Keemstar was able to do something like this. And that's it for our video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Buff is the gamer's loyalty app.
It's all about playing games and getting rewards. You can get new skins, gift cards, in-game points, and the list goes on. Buff doesn't slow down the PC, and it's completely free. Play LOL, Fortnite, Minecraft, Valorant, and 12 other games that work with Buff. You earn buffs for completing challenges, daily rewards, and simply spending time in the games. And while you're at it, Buff detects your highlights and captures them as you play. Sounds too good to be true? No worries, Buff is partnered with Overwolf for extra protection. And believe it or not, Buff is sponsoring the esports team NRG. Play, earn, and level up. Check the app now, it's free.
Special guest in the audience tonight, legendary record executive, Mr. Clive Davis.
My voice is gone. What? You start the show tonight. No talking back. I'm your mother.
There's a boy I know. He's the one I dream of.
What's your name again?
Whitney Elizabeth Houston. Wake up! It's on. It's on. Listen. My dream, sing what I want to sing, be how I want to be.
I say a prayer with every heartbeat.
Reach as big an audience as I can.
Common criticism of you, your music isn't black enough.
Look, I don't know how to sing black and I don't know how to sing white either. I know how to sing.
I might have just heard the great.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Scares here. Now first
The next story was inspired by this viral photograph of an older gentleman. You can clearly see a strange resemblance to the Family Guy character Herbert in that one episode where he cross-dresses wearing a wig and a dress. The person who submitted this story provides a vague description of what took place the day the photo was taken. So we decided to spruce it up a bit and give you guys a dramatized version of the alleged occurrence. Here's what it looked like.
Darling Boy was a hidden heartthrob. Most college students hit the bars and parties right away, chasing after every pretty little thing that moves. He was saving himself for the right one, the only one. He spent most of his time in the library. As intelligent and diligent as he was, the library had everything a student like him could need. 24/7 access, free Wi-Fi, computers and books, and lots of peace and quiet. He didn't know it, but he had the refined philanthropist missus to thank for all those amenities. Late one evening, when the darling boy thought he was totally alone, the lonely spinster appeared before him, standing before the bookshelf by his usual table in the corner and inspecting the volumes. By the look on his face, the kind old woman knew she had gone to suspicion for interrupting his studies with her presence. What would such an old lady be doing in a college library? But all the matronly widow needed was to meet eyes with a young man just once, and then he was hers. She'd watched from afar for months, waiting for the right moment to reel him in. And now the moment was finally here. The two were alone, and she knew very well how to put the moves on a reluctant suitor. She broke the enticing gaze and looked back to the shelf, asking with sultry nonchalance, "What's your favorite book on the shelf, dear?"
I don't know. I guess the Encyclopedia of Snakes is quite interesting.
She knew exactly where that book rested on the shelf and removed it without hesitation, setting it down on the table at which the young man was studying, and came gracefully to sit beside her. "So, you like snakes? Well, what do you like about them?" The poor, inexperienced lad was already sweating bullets from nervousness. Clearly, he'd never even spoken with a woman before, let alone been with one. But that would soon change.
I don't know. Wait a second. Don't I know you from somewhere? You look exactly like Herbert from...
Who? From what? Sonny. The only person I look like is the most stunning regal woman you've ever laid your eyes on. Is that right?
Yeah, woman, sure.
Don't think about that other question. I have something more important to ask. Do you like popsicles?
I mean... Yeah, as a kid I did, but I haven't had one in years.
Tisk, tisk. I'm so sorry, Sonny. I keep asking the wrong questions. You're a little old for popsicles, aren't you? You're a man now, and you're after a different kind of sugar. So tell me, chisel specimen, you like hot blonde babes? Do you like floral dresses like this?
Look, I should get going. I have finals tomorrow.
Nonsense, nonsense. Stay a little longer. Things weren't going well for the mistress. She felt like she was losing a young man to his own anxious inexperience. But if she failed in that moment, she would never get another chance to have this man she dreamed about for so long. She was cunning, however. With a little deception, she had one more card up her sleeve she could play. It was a risky move, but it would be worth it in the end. You're probably wondering why I'm dressed up like this, aren't you?
Oh, no, it's fine. You know, people can express themselves however they want.
I just want to get that same kind of attention that my scandalous granddaughter always gets. She's so hot. You would really like her. She goes here, too, and she really enjoys making men out of boys.
Yeah? What's she look like?
She's a natural blonde. Nice and thick, too. Great chest. I'm actually going to be picking her up from here in just a few minutes. Want to come along? The mistress knew that the lonely young man couldn't resist the temptation of a voluptuous woman's company. He agreed despite everything, disregarding his own anxieties and suspicions that the mistress was not truly who she said she was. A van was parked at the curb outside the library, waiting for the pair to climb aboard. The young man paused once more at the sight of it, but the mistress knew just how to make him forget about all his worries. My gorgeous granddaughter is waiting for you in the back, right on the other side of those doors. Go ahead, open it. He was reluctant, but he couldn't stop himself. He underestimated the strength and wit of the woman he was with, blinded by his need. As soon as he saw that there was nothing and no one inside the van, she only had a moment to act before it was too late. Mustering a feat of strength great enough to warrant the envy of men, she lifted her cane high into the air and brought it swiftly down upon the back of the young man's head. Ah! He fell forward without struggling, nothing more than a limp ragdoll in his unconscious state. The mistress used the last of her strength to heave the rest of his body back into the van and tie him down like any good woman should. When he finally awoke, the look on his face was worth a lifetime of temptation. The sheer terror in his eyes as he realized he was tied up in some old man's basement with no idea where he was, and nobody who knew he had disappeared. Well, it's enough to get anyone going. Good morning, sweetheart. Are you hungry? I got lots of popsicles. If you get bored, I have your favorite book, too. Are you all comfortable?
Screw you, old man. Where's your granddaughter?
Oh, I lied about that. But at least you still have a hot blonde with a pretty dress to be with for the rest of your life. Come here.
No, get away, butt chin. Don't touch me. You're a sick man. No, stop it. Get away from me or I'll kill you. I swear to God.
And from that day on, the mistress and her darling little sweetheart lived happily ever after.
The next story was inspired by this infamous mugshot. Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't a Family Guy character, so why is he in the video? Well, we couldn't help but include him as he fit the bill perfectly for this real-life cartoon look-alike series. For those that wanted only Family Guy characters, don't worry, we got you on the next story. For Beavis and Butthead fans, the pleasure is mine. This story happened around the early 2000s when I was in my mid-20s. I worked as a full-time art model and posed for various photographers, painters, and even sculptors. It was a fairly straightforward gig, but the only downside was that I had to sit for at least 3 hours straight, depending on the circumstances. I remember starting off by posing with just regular clothes on, but as time went on, the work slowly started shifting to more flamboyant attire. Eventually, the job entailed me to pose nude, as that was the demand of the current art class. I was high-key uncomfortable with the whole ordeal, but over time, I had gotten used to being a nude model while I accepted other gigs on the side. Weird stares and creepy old men became a natural thing for me, and as long as they knew their boundaries, I had nothing to fear. One day, I posed for an art class that was being held in some local library near my home. I remember feeling nervous as hell as the room was filled with at least 30 to 40 artisans scouring at me with their eyeballs. However, despite being in the spotlight, I couldn't shake off the nasty feeling this odd-looking individual gave me. Amidst the crowd, my peripheral gaze focused on a man with slanted eyes and rat-like teeth, and at the sight of his overgrown head, it was like he was suffering from some kind of physical disorder. I tried to focus on my pose, diverting my attention to the other artists dedicated to their crafts, but the strange man sat and stared with his brush in one hand and a blank canvas before him. He sat ludicrously, not even attempting to paint a damn thing. And before I knew it, he began to giggle and drool simultaneously. None of the creeps I've met before were as intense as he was, and so, to let him know of my distress, I locked eyes with him, showing him that I wasn't going to be intimidated and that he should get back to work. Moments later, he raised his brush and began to paint as he continued to giggle, but this time more maniacally. The other artists started mean-mugging him while trying to concentrate on their canvas, but this creep wouldn't stop giggling under his breath. I began to feel paranoid that something from my body looked weird, but quickly brushed it under the rug as he was the only one that found me amusing.
What's his problem?
I asked myself. I wanted so hard to just get up and leave, but too many artists were engaged in their work, and I couldn't ruin it just because I was uncomfortable with a single creep. I attempted to give it a rest, since there was no way he was getting close to me. However, the bizarre man chuckled incessantly, the intensity of his strokes gaining weight. Again, I glowered at him, hoping this time he would simply leave. Now the other artists were getting distracted.
You may not think of yourself as an athlete, but you do athletic feats. The Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit today and get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29.
Does annoying rattle and rocking while towing rattle your nerves? This Hallmaster Hitch Tightener provides peace of mind by eliminating loose connections on cargo carriers, hitch racks, ball mounts, and more. This hitch tightener is compatible with most 2-inch hitch